In this episode of Travel Mondays, I'm going to tell you about 7 tax haven countries where you could store your money and not get taxed, or get taxed at very, very low percentages. Okay, so if you're interested in this content, why don't you think about going down and smashing the subscribe button, and while you're down there, think about turning on the notification bell, because we always put out this sort of videos every Mondays. We're on the road to 500 subs. Why don't you do your boy a favor and support our channel so you can catch more of our videos when they drop. Okay, so why don't you hold on to that thought? I'll be right back.
You know the way I do it when I drop lyrical. Anytime I spit lyrical, philosophical. All the niggas mimical, but it's fair still. On taking literal. Punchlines collateral. Maximum damage.
Hello Chronicles, hello YouTube, how are you all doing today? So in this episode of Travel Mondays, I'm going to itemize 7 countries that are tax havens. So if you have a business in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Ghana, in America, in Argentina, in Brazil, in China, and you're looking for where you could store your revenue, your profits, and not get taxed, or get taxed at very low percentages, these countries could offer a very lucrative outlet for you to store your money in these countries. They're very politically and economically stable, and you're going to be taxed, like I said, at very low percentages, or in some cases not even taxed at all. So without any further ado, why don't we dive into it, because we have 7 countries to skim through. Okay, so number 1, Switzerland. As we know, it's one of the most popular destinations where people travel to visit for vacation. But Switzerland is also known for its robustness and success of its financial institutions. Now, the country is known for its constant reliability regarding offshore tax shelters, and is one of the go-to spots for wealthy Europeans as well as international clientele, people who own businesses around the world. This banking sector has been recognized for its economic specialization. Okay? Now, bankers are prohibited from giving any information about their clients to anyone who inquires. So for many years, many countries and individuals from around the world have taken advantage of Switzerland's tax advantages. Although the staunch privacy otherwise found in other tax havens have been somewhat weakened by investigations and subsequent laws put forward by the European Union, Switzerland is still regarded as one of the top most respected tax havens in the world. Number 2, Panama. Now, Panama has a territorial tax system wherein the income earned within the country is taxed, but exempts income earned elsewhere. So when you own a business, or you're running your business in Panama, the business is taxed. But say you own a business in Nigeria, or you own a business in Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Brazil, China, India, or whatever country, and you take the monies from your earnings of companies situated in this country that I just mentioned, and you take the monies to a bank or banks in Panama, you are not going to be taxed. But if you have a business in Panama, I have to say this, guys, you're going to be taxed if your business is localized in Panama. But if you take the money and you move it offshore to a bank in Panama, it's not going to be taxed. Now, a firm based in Panama can have assets anywhere in the world. The legislation also safeguards Panama enterprises' privacy, so you may be assured that your business interactions and financial statements will be kept secret and discreet in Panama. Now, these rules protect your financial investment in Panamanian corporations. So say, for example, you research about a business in Panama and you want to invest in these businesses, there are privacy laws that keeps your affairs about your investments in these businesses very private, secret, and discreet. So you shouldn't be afraid of any disclosure by any investigation into your affairs. Now, I'm not doing this video so you could go break the law. I'm just doing this video for people who want to safeguard their earnings and keep the integrity of their assets intact and not let it get overtaxed by taxation laws in whatever country you are in. There have been apprehensions about how safe the haven really is. I'm talking about Panama. After the Panama paper, of course we all know about the Panama papers, where lots of businessmen and politicians around the world were implicated as owning offshore accounts and offshore assets. There's been widespread fear that whether Panama is still a tax haven for businessmen and private individuals, wealthy individuals. It has led to the country losing some of its offshore clouds and its offshore accounts and clients. Panama continues to remain an interesting option for businessmen or private wealthy individuals, okay? Now, number 3, Luxembourg. Now, Luxembourg is a small European nation. It's one of the wealthiest countries in the world, largely thanks to its financial sector, which makes up more than 35% of its GDP. Now, Luxembourg's tax haven status stems from its business-friendly policies, which allow international corporations to exploit tax loopholes. A wealthy corporation or individual can take heart with investing in the tax haven of Luxembourg, as it's one of the leading financial institutions in Europe. Now, privacy is the central tenet of Luxembourg's policy as a tax haven. Only the owner of the funds or the offshore account can sign off on sharing personal details about their finances. So you are in control of your accounts or your financial destiny if you decide to use Luxembourg as a tax haven, because only you can sign off on, let's say the investigation being ran on your affairs. Only you can sign off on people digging into your financial history, your financial details, as the privacy policy of the banking sector in Luxembourg is airtight. Now, Luxembourg keeps everything under lock and key, ensuring that their clients are feeling secure. It doesn't tax interest in offshore bank accounts. Not only that, but they even offer favorable tax rates to the domestic corporation, giving them tax breaks and sometimes exemptions. Okay, so you could think about going to Luxembourg to start your business. One of the benefits or the perks of starting your business in Luxembourg or situating your business in Luxembourg is you get tax breaks and you get taxed at very, very favorable rates. Okay, so this is one of the tax havens. Now, number four is the Cayman Islands. Now, the Cayman Islands is perhaps one of the most efficient tax havens in the world. It has a solid international reputation for providing a comprehensive range of financial services to broad spectrum clients. Okay, so not just banking, not just medical, not just tech, not just cryptocurrency. It has broad spectrum services for different clientele base. Now, in the Cayman Islands, there is no corporate tax whatsoever. So you're not taxed, nada, zero, zilch, no taxation at all. Now, for corporations, this is a fantastic windfall to take advantage of. The Cayman Islands could very well help shield many corporations from increased and substantial taxes. Another big advantage of the Cayman Islands is that it offers you the opportunity not to pay interest on any of your investments. So let's say, for example, you have a business in the Cayman Islands or an investment in the Cayman Islands, and you want to roll over your gains from that investment and forward it into another investment, you get taxed, zero taxation. So specifically, the Cayman Islands would benefit corporations and hedge fund managers the most. For those who value privacy, the laws in that regard are excellent, ensuring that people wouldn't be able to access valuable financial information. So, well, maybe for example, you're being investigated by Interpol or whatever agency worldwide for your financial services or whatever, where maybe someone is trying to dig into your financial records. If you have accounts in the Cayman Islands, the privacy is 100%, secrecy is safe with them. You are not going to be liable to get your financial details leaked to any authorities at all. It's that tight, it's that airtight. Now, number five is Bermuda. Now, Bermuda is another beautiful island spot which turns out to be one of the most expensive countries to call home. Bermuda has 0% tax rate and no income tax whatsoever for investors and those looking offshore. This makes it another perfect prospect for the world's wealthy, okay? Now, one such company, Nike in particular, made millions from not paying American tax rate. Nearly a quarter of Fortune 500 companies are involved in some way, shape, or form with Bermuda as the tax haven, okay? Bermuda's emphasis on privacy for prospective bankers is some of the best in the world. Although Bermuda benefits everyone utilizing them as a tax haven, corporations probably achieve the most benefit from using Bermuda. Okay, so if you're looking to go offshore and you're looking for a place that offers zero taxation, you might want to look to Bermuda. Okay, now number six is the British Virgin Islands. Now, this is known as one of the world's top tax havens. It's being said that the island holds more than 5,000 times the value of what the economy should hold. The country does not impose any taxes on offshore accounts, and it has no tax treaties with any other nation. Now, this is very significant. It has no tax treaties. Okay, so what this means is if you put your money or if you open an account with a bank in the British Virgin Islands, no country whatsoever, no country in this earth or on this earth is going to be able to get information or to repatriate your funds from the British Virgin Islands because they hold no financial treaty with any other country in the world. This makes your financial privacy just between you and the bank or you and that country. Now, an advantage of offshore banking customers and offshore companies incorporated in the British Virgin Islands is that there are no exchange controls. This makes it much easier to transfer funds from one place to another for trading and investment purposes while protecting financial privacy. This is very good if this is what you're looking for. Now, number seven is the Netherlands. The Netherlands is one of the most consistently popular tax haven for Fortune 500 companies in particular, whereas about a quarter of those companies using Bermuda, well over half of the Fortune 500 use the Netherlands as a tax haven. Now remember I talked about Bermuda and its benefits. Now out of all those companies that use Bermuda as their tax haven, half of those companies use the Netherlands as well. Now, just like Bermuda, the company Nike has also managed to set up an account as well as avoiding paying Dutch taxes through a subsidiary they set up in the Netherlands. Although not as openly tax-free as other tax havens, the Netherlands offers a substantial lower tax rates than other European countries. Now, the government of the Netherlands often states that their country is not a tax haven. Many big name companies such as Google take advantage of this by opening subsidiaries in the Netherlands. Now, the government tries to crack down hard to avoid the image of a tax haven and is actively attempting to implement legislation that would affect the status of corporate taxes in this country. Okay, so guys, these are a list of 7 tax haven countries in the world that you can take advantage of to register your company in or just to deposit money in banks in these countries. Now, I have to put this out there, guys, a disclaimer. I am not telling you to go break the law. That is not what this is, okay? I'm not telling you to go defraud people and go put money in these banks. I'm not telling you to go about cheating people and stealing people's assets or kidnapping people and taking the money and taking it to these countries in the way of avoiding tax, okay? That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm talking to well-meaning businessmen out there or sole proprietors or private individuals who have sweated for their money and set up businesses, use ideas to set up businesses and have made money and are trying to lower their tax rates in their respective home countries. These are 7 viable nations or countries that you can take your money or set up shell corporations in and get taxed at 0% level or reduced tax level, okay? Don't forget, guys, we are on the road to 500 subs. Why don't you go down, and smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, share this video with your friends who are business people who are looking to send your cash or your money's offshore, okay? And why don't you give us a like? It's free, okay? Give us a like, show the YouTube algorithm that the videos we put out are very, very useful to you or people like you out there, so they can find people like you around the world and show them this video as well, okay? It's still your boy Fuse on the Fuse Chronicles. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.